I've told a brand before, I can't post this. I'm not going to post this. And I'm not going to tell. Like,
there's a certain feeling when you're getting thousands and thousands of good comments. And then there's a totally opposite feeling when you're getting thousands and thousands of bad. And either direction can kind of get a little shaky sometimes.
Really work on how I respond.
Yeah.
Sometimes I could get a little spicy in them comments.
Sometimes. So, keep your opinions on your side of the phone where you pay the bills, but don't put them on mine.
Literally. Keep it in your group chat.
Keep it in the group. Send me to the group chat. Y'all talk about me like a dog on the phone that you pay for. Not in my comment section for sure.
Yeah. People might say don't blow up the spot, but the brand reached out to me. So it's like they want it to be blown up because they need the foot traffic.
A lot of times people always ask like, oh, how did you get invited to this event? People want to know, how did you get this opportunity?
Yeah.
And it all kind of comes down to visibility.
Everybody doesn't like the grass walls, but sometimes you might get some good food at a grass wall spot. So even though my series is like worth the hype or somebody lying, somebody had told me one time like lying because you don't like it.
Hey friend, and welcome to This Is Not Content, where we talk about the parts of content that people don't typically post online. And I am here with the Ania, Miss Worth the Hype herself. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I want to get us started off with a quick game. We're going to do hot takes. So I'm just going to say a couple of hot takes that people have typically on the internet, and you'll just give me your opinion. Let me know what you think.
Okay.
The first one is most viral restaurants are more aesthetic than good.
I think that has become more popular, but I just don't think that that's true.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. I agree. I think it works on one-offs. I don't think that's the overall kind of.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's viral because the food is just that good.
That, and also I think that virality is like subjective, so it's like kind of like, we have like the grass wall and things. Everybody doesn't like the grass walls, but sometimes you might get some good food at a grass wall spot. So it just depends.
I love that. The next one is that people trust creators more than traditional media.
I think that now, yes. Unfortunately, I think that we need to get back to traditional media. I think that that's more of, because I feel like with traditional media, there's more credentials. There's food critics or things of the nature. Well, I'm just speaking for like food in general, but I think that we definitely do need to get back to like actual boots on the ground journalism and not just like your phone, because there's real like research and knowledge that goes into like media. So I think we do need to get back to traditional media sometimes.
I think that's such a good point.
Yeah.
Social media gives anybody a voice.
Yeah.
And then you build a platform and you have all these people, and then people are giving opinions, sometimes validated, sometimes not. Yeah. And the world is just kind of going with it.
Yeah. And that's why I always say, like, even though my series is like worth the hype or somebody lying, somebody had told me one time like lying because you don't like it. And like, I get it. It's kind of cheeky, but I just feel like I always encourage people to go and try the food for themselves because everybody has different palates. So just because I have an opinion doesn't mean it's like the end all be all. I'm just letting y'all know what I like and what I don't like.
That's how I feel. I hate when I post a place and then somebody goes, and then they come back to me like, I went to that place you posted. It was like, I had a time. I don't know. Like, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Sometimes there's different chefs.
Yes.
There's different people working. So, but
yeah. The next one is, paid partnership equals automatic positive review. I hear this a lot from non-creators.
No, thankfully, I have been blessed in my experience that I actually have liked the food.
Yeah.
But I will tell a brand, I've told a brand before, I can't post this. I'm not going to post this. And I'm not going to tell. Like, even though I give food reviews, I don't dogpile on a business. So if I feel like it's just, I'm not putting anybody on this, then I just won't, because I just don't feel like that's necessary, and I don't feel like it's fair, especially because what we just said, like, it's subjective. People have different experiences. So
that's a good point. I've always wondered how other creators handle that, because to your point, I've never gone to a place and I'm like, oh, I hate this, and now they've paid me to post it. But I always wonder, like, if I did, would you? I see some people post it and then they talk about the negative review, and I'm like, I don't think that's really what they. I think the brand would have preferred you just not post it. For whatever reason, there's a stigma that content creators lie, and I don't know where that's coming from, but they're like, they paid you, so you're just going to tell everybody you liked it. Somebody literally commented on one of my videos one time, And for whatever reason, TikTok, they're weird. They're like hide a comment sometimes. So I didn't
Yeah.
see it.
Uh-huh.
Coincidentally, my mom also commented on the video.
Mhm.
The person DMs my mom and was like, hey, when I went, I had this bad experience. I just wanted to give you a heads up because I saw you comment and she on here telling everybody it was such a good. And I'm like, first of all,
Hold on.
take a breather.
Let's pump the
Take
brakes.
I don't work for them. Like,
Yeah.
I genuinely had a good experience.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that in my experience, I have had good experiences. I
Yeah.
will talk about you know, maybe I feel like, okay, this might have needed a little bit more spice or a
Mhm.
little bit more salt and pepper. But ultimately I try to talk about what I do like. And then if there is something that I don't like, I just give feedback to the restaurant directly.
Yeah.
Because that's between me and the restaurant. I don't feel like I need to get online and say something to be controversial on purpose. I don't want my platform to ever be negative.
Yeah.
So I
Same.
just feel like a negative review in that way is not conducive to where I'm trying to take what I'm
Mhm.
doing. So
I see recently a lot more people being vocal, specifically on Threads. I know we were just talking about Threads a little bit before we cut on the camera. A lot of people almost quote unquote like blasting brands that they've had bad
Yeah.
partnership experiences with.
Mhm.
Do you think that's something that's productive? I don't know how productive it is.
I'm gonna say I have done it before. And I think that afterwards I was just kind of like, okay, now what? Like
Okay.
people still worked with the brand. People
Yeah.
still had their positive experience with the brand. So that's why I just feel like being negative online is not really, I think it's more so ego driven. And it's more
Okay.
so sometimes like you want everybody to come in and join you and be like, yeah, with their pitchforks. Like, I hate that place. But
Yeah.
ultimately, I can't speak about my experience, but at the same time, what did I gain after that? Like, I didn't really gain anything. So I was
Yeah.
kind of like, okay, I talked about it. Everybody was like, oh my God, that was messed up. Like, they should have never done that. But they never took accountability or apologized or anything. So
Mm.
it just kind of like, for my ego, it was a little bruised 'cause I'm like, dang, they got me messed
Yeah.
up. But after that, it's like we move. I got to move on and I got to keep it pushing. So,
I think that's kind of the reason I have mixed feelings about it.
yeah.
Because my expectation will also be for the brand to reach out and take
Yeah.
accountability and do something. But the part of it that I like is anytime I see somebody have a bad experience with a brand or
Mhm.
even anything, they could post a hairstylist. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, now I know who not to go to. So I
True.
kind of like it. I think
True.
a lot in social media and content in general is so gate kept
Yeah.
that people, for lack of better words, fall for the same thing over and over. When in
Mhm.
reality, if somebody had said this brand is not paying creators on
Mm.
time, and I have a net 90 that's 120 days old, like
Yeah.
that's stuff we should know and talk about.
Definitely.
And
Definitely.
some people don't for the sake of retaliation, I think. But that's why I say I have so mixed feelings about it.
It's very tricky. I think that as a creator, having integrity is the most important thing.
Yeah.
And then also, I believe in God. So I know,
Come
like,
on. Hello.
I know, like, okay, if I'm short ended here, I know that on the back end, I'm going to get something better.
Yeah.
So, in terms of like blasting a business in hopes that they might reach out and make it right, if they don't, I know that, okay, I'm not going to work with them again. And I know that next time, what to do so that I'm not put in that situation
Yeah.
again. And then going forward, I'm like, okay, well, I have this knowledge now. So now that I know how you moving, when it
Yeah.
comes to another brand, I'm gonna approach it a little differently, more stern and more protective of me. Because
Yeah.
I've definitely had a situation where I was chasing the brand down for my money. And I'm
Uh,
like, oh no. So now I've implemented clauses in my contracts where it's like, you don't pay me on time, you're gonna have to pay me double.
oh, I'm adding that.
Yeah.
I will be adding that
Yes.
actually. Because it's so hard to chase, especially because a lot of brand work is done via email. It's not
Yes.
like you need to return something to a Walmart or Target. You can go in there and make your return.
Yeah.
You're emailing into the void and just hoping somebody gets to it, and you don't really
Mhm.
have that.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
don't feel secure.
Yeah,
You just
security
feel
is the
like you're
word.
just, hello,
Yeah.
hey, just following up, just
Hey,
circling
friend.
back.
It's me. Remember me?
Hi, I'm here again. And then I feel bad because it's like, I don't want to be mean and feel like I'm, trying to beat them down or be rude or
Yeah.
negative. But at the same time, it's just kind of like,
I need my money.
yeah. And like, I gave you your service. It was exceptional. You did what you needed to do with it. So
Yeah.
be fair.
The last hot take is we need to bring back gatekeeping. This is something that we see over and over. I don't think there's ever been one video that I posted. I'm like, oh, you guys should go here. And somebody's like, don't blow up my spot. I'm
Yeah.
like, friend.
Now, this is something I do have mixed feelings on
Okay.
because I think it's interesting because people might say don't blow up the spot, but the brand reached out to me. So it's like they want it to be
Yes.
blown up because
Yeah.
they need the foot traffic.
Yeah.
But on the flip side of that, I think that I've definitely experienced where something has gotten very popularized and it's changed the trajectory of said experience. So it's
Mm.
just kind of like, it's a catch-22 because on one hand, you want everybody to experience it, but on the flip side of that, it's like sometimes when it gets too popular, like for example, this might be a controversial take, but Sugar Room, for example, a lot of
Yes.
people didn't really know about Sugar Room at the
Yeah.
beginning, but obviously that you want people to know about it because the DJs want the exposure and all of the
Yeah.
things. But now the line is way back to
Wrapped.
Kava.
The
So
line
it's
is
like
wrapped.
it's down Washington. So it's like it's a great thing that it's this experience that everybody wants to experience, but at the same time, it kind of
Yeah.
sucks because now I can't get in, you can't get in, they can't get
Yeah.
in, so you
Sugar
can't
Room was
even
the
experience
perfect
it.
example
Yeah,
because they've outgrown that building. I like
yeah,
the
they need a larger
nicheness of it, but
space.
yeah, we have to do something. But they like to tussle, so I'm gonna leave them.
Yeah, they need a larger
I see
space.
them tussling on threads a little bit, so I won't even do what y'all want to do. Are you from Houston?
I'm not.
Okay. I didn't think so. And
No.
I asked that because I think there's a very specific, neither am I, by the way.
Okay.
And I'm quick to tell people I am a transplant. Don't
Yes.
ask me for, I am just a girl. But I do think there's a very specific kind of new to a city to creator for the city pipeline that a lot of people don't miss. And I think for Houston specifically, we see a lot of people who aren't transplants
Yeah.
kind of feel away, for lack of better words, when it's non-locals popularizing different places and sharing their experience.
Mhm.
Do you think transplants or just creators in general kind of experience a city differently?
I think that it's all up to you, really.
Okay.
I think that, for example, I'm from Los Angeles, so I recently
Oh,
did
love
like
LA.
I love my city.
I love LA.
But I recently did a food tour. One of
I
my
saw that.
her name is Daisy, and she has like a food tour that goes around LA and does goes to Black-owned businesses.
Mhm.
And somebody commented like, "This is some transplant stuff. Like this is like no local is gonna actually do this." And I feel like that's crazy because I'm a local and I did
Yeah.
it. So I feel like if you want to treat your city like you're a tourist, I feel like you will be amazed to find all the hidden gems that your city has to offer.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people, when they grow up in a city, because they grew up there, they don't take the opportunity to really explore and see what they have. So I don't feel like transplants bring a newness to the city because I hate when somebody comes to a city and they're like, here's this new spot and da da da. And it's like,
you would never guess what
girl,
I found. I'm like, I promise I can guess.
I promise you
I can
somebody
guess.
has been doing that for years. But I think also it's just I was more eager to discover more about the city because I was here by myself.
Same.
I moved here by myself. I don't have family here. So I was like, okay. And I work from home. So that's like a recipe for depression.
Isolation. Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
if you're just sitting in your room working all day. So I was
Yeah.
like, I was adamant on getting out and exploring. So yeah.
That's funny. That's kind of the same way I got into content creation in general.
Yeah.
Because I moved to Houston all by myself.
Mhm.
And I was so excited to decorate. So then I started creating like home content on TikTok.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm in the house a lot. Then I started creating outside the home content. And it's just
Yes.
such a niche experience.
Mhm.
And I think it all starts with people kind of relocating.
Mhm.
So I always think the conversation on it is interesting. I only see that in Houston, by the way, the transplant versus local thing. I don't really feel like I see that in other cities. Do you see that in
Well,
LA?
Yeah, I see it in LA
Okay.
quite frequently because a lot of people come to LA and they hate it. And they're like, it's dark. It's Gotham City. Like, it ain't no good food here. I hate it. People are fake.
Yeah.
So I see it a lot for LA for
Really?
sure. Yeah.
One thing about the kind of content that you create and that we both create is that you're always recording in public. Do you ever
Mhm.
feel weird about recording in public?
Definitely.
Really?
All the time. Yes. I don't, and I try not to get people in my content.
Same. I'm so big on that.
Yeah. So it's like I haven't learned how to blur people out yet.
Mhm.
Like in a way that I feel like I would
Looks
like it to
right.
look.
Yeah.
So I'm always like in the back corner somewhere with my little tripod, or I don't even have a tabletop tripod. So I'm just propping my phone up to like a cup or
That's me
something
too, AT.
random. Something random. So yeah, I definitely still feel weird. I don't think I'll ever get used to that.
When you go to experience places, do you typically go alone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do everything by myself.
Really?
Yeah.
I go back and forth. Sometimes I really like going places by myself because I can just
Mhm.
kind of get in the mode and create.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I have other friends who create content, they'll
Mhm.
come. And then I have friends who don't. And I feel like it's when I'm with the friends who don't that I feel the most weird about it. I'm like, girl, don't look at me. I'm just
Yeah.
doing stuff.
It's funny because I think that I was just having this conversation the other day because I was like, when I'm hanging out with my friends that don't do content,
Mhm.
it's our friend time. So I don't want to impose on that
Yes,
and like
same.
be like, okay, girl, wait, hold on.
Everybody pause.
Yeah. So it's like I try to keep a balance because sometimes my friends don't even want to be on camera. So then I have to kind of take that into consideration too, because
Yeah.
it's like I could easily be like, hey, girl, but
Yeah.
they might not want to be on camera. So I think, I don't know, but I definitely just do everything by myself because I know how I want to do it.
Yeah, I think
And
it's
it's like,
easier.
yeah, it's like boom, 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 boom. Okay, let's
Yeah.
go.
I've also found that I've been places where I'm like, okay, I really want to be just in the moment.
Yeah.
And I'm with, like you said, I'm with my friends. All of my friends don't create content. We're just kind of vibing it at the end.
Yeah.
A friend will go, I can't wait to see the vlog. I'm like, oh, you should have told me because I would have turned this up. Like,
Like, ooh,
I have a tripod in my car. Like, what are we
Yes.
talking about? I always think it's so funny.
That is funny.
I think a lot of creators right now, this is kind of shifting gears a little bit.
Okay.
I think a lot of times creators kind of shape the narrative online,
Mm-hmm.
which is why a lot of companies, when they come events, they always reach out to the creators first.
Mm.
Do you think there's a pipeline for brands to creators, specifically in visibility? And I ask that because a lot of times people always ask like, oh, how did you get invited to this event? People want to know, how did you get this opportunity?
Yeah.
And it all kind of comes down to visibility.
Mm.
I guess my question is, do you think you are someone who's highly visible? And if so, how do you think you were able to kind of navigate that to get some of the opportunities? Because I feel like I see you out a lot.
I think that I'm still trying to get to that point.
Okay.
I feel like I do get opportunities and I'm very grateful for them, but I
Mhm.
feel like there are definitely other creators who I feel like have mastered their visibility to where it's like they are the go-to for like any
Yeah.
happening in Houston. I'm trying to get to that, so holla at me. But but yeah, I think that ultimately what's really worked for me is just branding myself in a way to where it's like if you are searching for something, I just naturally pop up.
Yeah.
So like SEO has really worked for me because I will
let's
say
talk SEO.
yes,
That's
because
so important.
I will caption my videos a certain way to
Mhm.
where it's like, okay, and I'm giving y'all some free game too.
Love for game.
But like, say for instance, if I go to a restaurant and
Mhm.
they have like ramen per se, and I'll caption my video specifically on TikTok because I know TikTok is like a search engine at this
For
point.
sure, yeah.
Apparently this place is the best ramen in Houston. It's gonna capture best ramen in Houston.
Yeah.
And then now when somebody searches best ramen in Houston, my video pops up. So
Yeah.
it's something like that. Or if I'm doing a vlog and I'll say life as a Houston creator, now Houston creator pops up and now
Yeah.
I'm visible for that. So
Do you use text and CapCut or text and TikTok app?
I don't use any text on screen, but
Okay.
I know that I do edit in CapCut.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've always been curious, and I've kind of done both, but I've always been curious how
Yeah.
text on screen, because I would do the same. Like,
Mm-hmm.
for example, I post a lot of Diary of a Bougie Black Girl, trying new
Mhm.
things in Houston, and I'm very intentional to put that Houston in there. But I'm
Yeah.
also doing it in CapCut, so I'm like, are y'all really picking it up? Or
I
so then I have to try to slide it in the caption. I'm like, let me play the
Yeah.
game a little bit.
Well, what I have learned with TikTok, I think they've changed it now, but when I
Mhm.
used to make my caption, it used to give me like a general synopsis of like a topic underneath the caption. So that's how I knew I
Interesting.
was positioning myself right, because
Yeah.
if it positioned me right there, then I
Yeah.
know like, okay, once I publish it, it's gonna send it out to the audiences that is interested in this.
I need to look for that. I've
I don't
always
know if they
done
have it anymore, but I'll show you one.
every time it's a good feature, they take it away. That annoys me.
Yeah, they say
That
y'all getting too
annoys
much
they say
money.
y'all
Y'all getting too much
facts.
money now.
Y'all
Hold
are
on.
comfortable. Relax.
Yeah.
This is our platform. Relax.
Yeah, they say you gonna have to
They
pay
did the
us
same
now.
thing with like the TikTok creator program. Were you ever in that?
No.
Girl, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah,
It was atrocious.
I know it was treacherous in them
It was
streets.
my engagement on TikTok has never recovered. I got out of that years
Really?
ago. Yeah.
I heard that, and that was one reason why I never
Yeah.
tried to get into it because I was scared
It was
of
a
it.
nightmare.
I could
It
imagine.
was a nightmare for sure. I think one of my videos before then, I had a certain kind of visibility. After that, it obviously dropped. But I had one sneak through. I was like, oh, this is the one.
Yeah.
Do you know? Just guess how much the money the video earned. It had right around somewhere between 30 to 60,000 views.
I don't even want to say because they
8 cents.
Yeah, I was gonna say $3, but
I would have been happy for the $3 I said, what is happening?
yeah, it's crazy.
What is happening?
Yeah, a lot of people have moved to TikTok Shop though. I have
Now,
seen a
I'm
little
loving
bit of
TikTok Shop.
yeah.
I am
TikTok
loving
Shop
TikTok
has
Shop.
they
I
do.
don't even have the engagement that I want still,
You
but
don't
the
need
commission
it.
is
Yeah, you
up.
don't need it. Yeah.
I think, and this just kind of free game. I think one of the keys to TikTok Shop is if you partner with a brand who will send you the sample and then boost the
Boost it.
content on the back end.
Mhm.
I'm like, I
Yeah.
love y'all.
Yeah.
I actually love y'all.
Yes.
I'm yeah. Don't get me started on TikTok Shop. That's my I'm all over TikTok Shop. I love it so much.
Yeah, same.
For foodie creators, you post more than food content though, right?
Well, I actually started off posting like day in the life content.
Okay. I think I saw that when I was doing a little research and scrolling.
Yeah, so I started doing that, and then I started segueing into food.
Mhm.
So yeah, mostly food for the most part.
How do you think one thing that people a lot of times talk about in our industry specifically, not necessarily the public, but the payments across food content? I think sometimes a lot of facts. When I say I felt that smirk in my spirit.
Trying to give it back.
I think a lot of times there's always a discrepancy. I think we went from let's host a big creator event and get all the content and just set it up really nice and go it that way.
Yeah.
And we've kind of transitioned out of that a little bit. I don't think I see a lot of restaurant style creator events as much as
Yeah.
last year. But now it's come in and we'll comp the food.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. When I first started off, that was fine because I didn't know anything. I didn't know that like
Yeah.
you're paying. So I felt like okay, well, this is good for me because visibility, and it's good for the brand because I could probably get a couple thousand views or whatever.
Yeah.
But now that I know about like engagement rates and EMV and all of the things, it's like, well, my numbers kind of speak to where it's like
They do.
if I'm thank you.
Yeah.
If I'm posting something and all I got was a free meal, basically this is a commercial for you, and you're not gonna tell a production company, hey, we're just gonna cater the event and then y'all just go ahead. Like you're gonna actually pay them for their service. So I definitely think that a lot of restaurants now, I will say locally, I don't charge locally because I just feel
like
like
that.
they don't have a big budget.
Mhm.
But like for example, an app like a DoorDash or Uber Eats,
Yeah. They got it. Yeah.
yeah,
Run the
you're a
bag.
large corporation,
Mhm.
so pay me as such. So I feel like in that situation, yeah, I'll charge. But like locally, if they ask me for my rates, then I'll give them like a set
Mhm.
rate. But if they don't, I'll just kind of weigh out, okay, is this something that I really want to try?
Yeah.
Is this something that I feel like I would like to showcase? Because sometimes there's a lot of brands that reach out or restaurants that reach out, and it's kind of like, okay, do I really need to go and eat the food when I could probably just go and eat it by myself without like, having to post it and record it and stuff like that. So I feel like I try to kind of gauge what is going to be mutually like beneficial at this stage. Because I feel like I definitely want to help like small businesses. So if it is a small business, cool. But if I feel like, okay, you got
Yeah.
motion, you
You just getting
good.
over now.
Yeah, it's
You
kind of
had a
like,
budget.
okay, your deliverables, you're asking me for 3 videos, 10 story posts. So it's kind of like, what's the ask? And
Yeah.
then we
That's
can
a
kind of,
key. As soon as
yeah.
they start sending over deliverables, I'm like, actually,
Yeah.
actually, let's wrap this up
Yeah,
a
because
bit.
now I feel like you trying to
Yeah.
do it then.
Now it's a real job. I get
Yeah.
paid for jobs. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought I was gonna come in and eat a little meal kind of vibe. No.
Exactly, exactly.
That's so funny. I think something you said is key. It also kind of depends on the day for me. So
Yeah.
if there's a brand that I've just really wanted to try forever, never
Mhm.
made it, and they're like, "Oh, we want you to come in." On occasion, I'm like, "Hey,
Yeah.
I'll come in and do it." But if it's like I said, as soon as they start attaching deliverables, we needed 3-story posts, and you have to tag this, and you
Yeah.
need to post it on the reels and add a collaborative post. I'm like, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. I'll
Literally.
just go buy the food. Like, I'm
Exactly.
fine.
Exactly. And I don't have a problem with like helping like small businesses.
Hmm.
But I just feel like sometimes there's like this notion, and I feel like it's been happening more where it's like they're like, well, what? You're getting food. We're comping the food. And then they're
Yeah.
also like, but also you need to tip our servers as well. So I'm like, okay, so basically I'm just coming in and paying you to promote your business
Yeah.
because that's kind of just crazy a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Right.
getting a little shaky with that.
Yeah.
Because then you have brands. Some of the brands, again, not all, very
Mhm.
niche situations, but some of the brands are actually kind of rude about it.
Yeah, and
It's
I think that's
getting
my thing
bold.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I am all for doing stuff for the cause or just doing it in general. But
Hmm.
sometimes I try to discern whether or not like this is something where you're trying to use me or you genuinely really are like, and I'm not Keith Lee or anything. So I'm not
Yeah.
saying I'm changing businesses lives or overnight or anything like that. But I just also feel like it is my job at the end of the day
Yeah.
at this point. So it's like, and I also have a job. So it's
Yeah.
like,
So now I'm taking time out of my
yeah, and
day.
gas is not cheap at this point. So it's like if I'm doing all of these things, I'm coming, I'm setting up, I'm obviously eating, but at the
Hmm.
same time, it's like I have to thoughtfully put together my video in a way that people engage
Yeah.
because ultimately people are not the attention span is cooked at this point.
Short.
Very short.
Short.
So it's like
It's
I
getting
have to
scary.
think of a way to showcase this where it's exciting, where it's keeping people engaged. So it's like that's also something because once I leave the restaurant, I still have to edit. I still have to put things together. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like food in exchange for that when I could just pull up and eat and
I can just
leave.
eat.
It's kind of
Like,
like, okay, let's be fair here.
for people who don't know you as a creator or even as a person, what's something, how would you describe yourself?
Ooh.
I know.
I think that I would describe myself as very eclectic.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I think that I can give you anything really.
Yeah.
I think that I like to try to adapt to the environment that I'm in, kind of like a chameleon almost. Like I
Mhm.
feel like I'm very goofy, but I feel
Yeah.
like that kind of sometimes gets misconstrued a little bit. But I think eclectic would be the best word.
I like that. I think that adaptability is also kind of key as a creator because
Yeah.
you never know what room you end up in. You
Yeah.
have to be ready at all times.
Yeah, and I think that that's the fun part about having started this is
Mhm.
that I have been in some really cool rooms that I don't think that I would have been in otherwise. So I think
Yeah.
that's really cool.
That's kind of the best part.
Yeah,
It really
it
is.
is.
What is your kind of dream brand, dream collab? Do you have one?
Mm. This is gonna sound really crazy. This is gonna sound insane, but I have a couple of like restaurants that I want to collab with, or like
Mhm.
fast food brands. Like El Pollo Loco is one of my dream collabs, just
I've never
because
been there.
that was my first job
Really?
out of high school, so I just feel like it would be very full circle. But I think outside of that, I would really love to partner with like Essence. So hit me up for the
Same,
Essence Festival.
same. If
But
you're
yeah.
listening, same.
But I think that ultimately, like, I don't have like a specific outside of El Pollo Loco. I don't know. Don't
Mhm.
ask me why. I just really want to collab with them. But I really want to start moving into more like travel and hospitality and like experiences. So stuff like that.
Yeah, I could see that. Travel content would be like my dream. I would
Yes.
love to be doing travel content, partnering with different
Yes.
Airbnbs, getting it all.
Yes.
I was gonna say getting it all comped. I guess it's not about that. That would be a bonus.
Yeah.
But I think that would be so fun to do.
Yeah, I really enjoy traveling. My grandmother is like a world traveler. She's
Hmm.
been somewhere everywhere, and I'm like, wow, I would love to be able to travel with like my mom and my grandma
Oh, that would be so
around the world. Yeah,
cute.
I'm low key. I really want a TV show, but we gonna see.
Oh, okay. About what?
So, growing up, I always watched like reality TV. I don't
Hmm.
know if you saw the show with Tiny and Shekinah.
Yes, they was riding on that bike. That's the
Yes.
only thing
That
I
is
remember.
literally it's so funny that you mentioned that because that is literally the scene where I'm like, that part that I want my show to feel like that. Just
Yeah.
fun, goofy. Another person that like really inspires me is Anthony Bourdain.
Okay.
He was a chef and then he wrote a couple of books and then he had his own show. And his show was basically going around the world, trying different foods and then
Hmm.
also like immersing himself in like the culture of wherever he was at. And I
Oh,
think
I
that's
like
like
that.
really, really cool because I love connecting with people. Like
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons why I enjoy making food content is because I get to connect with other cultures and hear about like just different things. So that would be my dream, actually.
Okay. So one question. As a content creator, give
Mhm.
me kind of like peaks and pits, like the really, really good part of it, and then the part that you kind of wish somebody just would have said earlier.
I think that the peak is the ability to well, when you get to where you're trying to go, I feel like when
Hmm.
like everything's rolling in and like you good and all of
Yeah.
the things, I think that the peak for me would be time freedom.
Mm,
Um,
okay.
but I ain't got there yet. So I
Girl.
think for me
Same.
right now is just the fact that people enjoy what I do, sing the jingle or
I love the
yeah, or
jingle.
like people tell me like I'm like their comfort creator. So
Yeah.
like that type of thing is like amazing. I think the pit would be it's politics. So you always have to kind of be refining your skill and
Hmm.
you always kind of have to it's like that push and pull to stay like relevant for
Yes.
in a sense. And I think that that's not good for the psyche. It's not good for anyone because I just feel like you get to a point where you might feel like numbers and engagement is definitive of how well you do what you do. And I just
Yeah.
feel like there's so many amazing creators that get buried by the algorithm because they're not able to, and I wouldn't even say not able, but the algorithm doesn't recognize it as
Hmm.
um a cool 3-second hook or whatever the
Yeah.
case may be. So I feel like um to any like aspiring creators, I feel like feeling like you want to quit is normal.
Facts.
But I also just feel like you have to kind of check your ego and really define what you're doing it for. Because if you
That's
are
good.
doing it for numbers and the algorithm and all of the things, granted that is what helps pay the bills, but at the
Hmm.
same time, it's kind of like it's an algorithm. It's these apps.
Yeah.
These apps are kind of up and down. So you kind of have to take that with a grain of salt and learn how to keep redefining and pivoting.
Hmm.
Don't never be afraid to pivot. I feel like that's something that I've really
I'm
learned.
the queen of a pivot.
Yeah. It's like, okay, we're
I
gonna
went
try
from
this, but
home
this way.
content to things to do content. I'm
Yes.
dabbling in beauty content. I'm starting a podcast. Where did that come from? Like, you have to pivot. You have to
Yes.
pivot.
Yeah.
I think another thing that you said is really good, and you can't really get the numbers are obviously important, but
Yeah.
you really, I think on both ends, it's just not good for the psyche. It's
Mm-mm.
not. There's a certain feeling when you're getting thousands and thousands of good comments, and then there's
Yeah.
a totally opposite feeling when you're getting thousands and thousands of bad. And either direction can kind of get a little shaky sometimes.
Yeah. But I also feel like I'm not gonna lie. Going viral kind of annoying
I do
sometimes.
not like.
Like I just feel like it
I'm
just
never
brings
chasing
out
viral.
yeah,
It
it
brings out
just
the weirdest people sometimes.
yeah, and like sometimes I just have to and I have to really work on how I respond
Yeah.
because I forget, like, okay, I am trying to become like more of a brand.
Mhm.
And sometimes I could get a little spicy in them
I think
comments.
sometimes, every
So
once in a while, it's well needed and well deserved, in my
yeah.
opinion of one.
Yeah.
Because I've definitely been on a like, well, listen,
Yeah. Yeah.
this is my page. This is my
Mm-hmm.
world. You won't come into my world with all of that.
Acting up.
Leave that. I'm good for saying, keep your opinions on your side of the phone where you pay the
Yeah.
bills, but don't
Mm-hmm.
put them on mine.
Literally. Keep
You
it
d-
in your group chat.
Keep it in the group. Send me to the group chat. Y'all can talk about me like a dog on the phone that you pay for. Not in my comment section for sure.
Yes, yes.
Do it anywhere else. It won't be in my comment section.
Literally. Yeah.
That's so funny. So obviously the podcast is called This Is Not Content. Before we go, I have to ask you, what's one thing that you'll never post online?
Oh man.
I love that that's the consistent answer, because same. It's
But I
something
used
about the
to.
men on
I used
posting
to.
the men on the internet. It's something about it.
Yeah, I used to a lot.
Really?
Actually, my last relationship, I posted everything.
Yeah.
But I just feel like Jackie Ina, no, it wasn't Jackie Ina, it was Any
Mhm.
Given Sunday. She had said that she doesn't post anything that she doesn't want anybody to have commentary on. And I think that that is
That's my life motto.
super important
Mhm.
because ultimately, obviously, you can say like, "Oh, don't talk about da 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 da," but if I post it,
Yeah.
unfortunately, I've opened up that can of worms. So
That's so good.
yeah,
I think anything that I care about an opinion on, like truly, I just don't post anymore. I've even gotten
yeah,
away from kind of posting my family a bit. Like Mother's Day
yeah,
just passed. I didn't do a good thank you for being the best mom. I was with
yeah,
my mom in real life. She came to Houston. We had an
yeah,
amazing day. Like I
yeah,
don't think I needed to post. And I think that comes from the more your platform grows, it's almost like the less you want to share. When in the beginning, it's so fun. You sharing everything.
everything,
Everything. And
yeah,
then everything you share, people got an
becomes
opinion on.
something,
I'm like,
yeah,
I'm like, no.
yeah. No, I don't. Actually, we're not gonna do that one.
I love that me and it's the consistent answer because that's always been my answer. Like, I don't know about that.
But if you do see me posting, man,
I know, just
just
my
act like you
business.
didn't.
But
Yeah.
if that does happen, everybody mind your business.
Yeah.
Again, my page, my world.
Literally.
It's my page, my world. Thank you so much for coming
Thank you
on.
for having me.
This has been so fun.
Yes.
Listen, if you are still watching, make sure you subscribe to the video. Follow This Not Content Pod on Instagram and stay tuned for the next one. Talk soon. Bye, friend.
Bye.